Hi, and thank you for joining me for another video. And friends, today I'm going to take you through a full website install from scratch. The only thing I'm not going to be doing in this video is pointing a domain name, which I usually do through GoDaddy. I think I have another video on my channel on how to point domain names from GoDaddy to one@one, which is my web host of preference. So let's get to it. The first thing we're going to do is download Joomla. To do that, we go to joomla.org, which is where I am here. The latest version, Joomla 3. Click on that, download it. This is Joomla 3.4. Download. Let's see. I think this is the one we want. 10 megabytes. Okay. Next step, FTP. Open up your favorite FTP client. I usually like using FileZilla myself. This is the old version. Any version will work. Open up your web server via FTP. Locate the domain, or actually the folder that you want to install the website on. Next step is upload the file that you just downloaded into that directory. So what we're doing now is that we're uploading the Joomla installation, the full Joomla installation, onto our web server via FTP. Now the reason we upload it as a zip file is because, as you know, once the Joomla file unzips, it's around 13 or 14 megabytes. And if you would just drag all those files into your FTP client, it would take you around 45 minutes to upload every one of those files onto your web server. So this gives us the ability, at least through the back end of your web hosting website, to unzip that file within that same directory. So what you're doing is that you're uploading a zip file and you're unzipping the zip file in one@one. So it happens instantaneous. So let's see. Okay, so let's go into one@one. Let's log in. So what you're looking for once you log in is the link called Web Space Explorer. It should be in your control panel. Scroll down under Manage Web Space, right here, Web Space Explorer. Click on that. Now this is just pretty much a mirror of what's on your server. Pretty much what you see through your FTP client. However, the difference is that here you have the ability to unzip files. So this is the Joomla package we uploaded. So what we're going to do, we're going to right click on it, click unzip. It's going to ask you what directory do you want to unzip it to. Choose a directory that you want it unzipped to, and then click OK. And this is what people pay the big bucks for. Okay, so the Joomla installation is unzipped. How do we know? Just refresh your FTP client, and you'll see all the files in there. You also see the Joomla file you started off with. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that, just so it doesn't take up so much space. Okay, step 2. The next step is creating or connecting an existing MySQL database to this Joomla installation. The Joomla installation is dead. It's not going to function without a website to connect through. Not a website, I'm sorry, a MySQL database to connect through. So what we're going to do is create or either use an existing MySQL database. I haven't really decided. I think I'm just going to create a new one. I guess it'll help you guys out as well. So let's see. We're going to go back to the control panel. We're going to go under MySQL databases. Let's see, scroll down, here, MySQL database, web host. Okay, create new database, here. Now, you have to remember the password you're creating right here, because you're going to need it in a minute or so. Okay, here it is. Your new MySQL database. I recommend copying this information. And pasting it somewhere, preferably in Notepad, because you will need it in a few seconds. Okay, so now we're going to open up this Joomla installation that we just unzipped and basically placed onto our server. So go into that directory from your website. So the first file you will see, basically the landing file is the first page of the Joomla installation. So here you're going to start off by putting the website name, a description, which, I mean, all this you could really add later, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add it later. The email is a must. Anything with an asterisk, just fill in. Okay, next. Now this MySQL I hear a lot of good things about it, but for this installation, I'm just going to go with the old-fashioned MySQL. Now, here is where you're going to put in the information of the database you just created. So under host name, let's go ahead and go back to that Notepad file, that text file. So locate host. I'm going to copy and paste the information right in here. That didn't work. Let's try again. Username. Oh, you know what? I pasted the wrong file. I pasted the username under the host. Let's try again. Now, username. Password, remember? Password I told you to remember. Database name. All this information gets generated by the MySQL creator here. Table prefix you could leave alone, or you could just define your own. Doesn't really matter. That, leave the same. Then click next. That worked. Now this is really up to you here where it says install sample data. I think for new users to Joomla that really haven't gotten the hang of creating articles and menu buttons and modules, you should use the sample data installer. In other words, it's going to give you basically a sample website on your new current website. For those who want to try to figure things out themselves, you could leave it to none, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm not touching anything on this page, and now it's going to install it. Okay, now Joomla is installed. This tells you to remove your installation folder. Why? Because this is an easy way for people to hack your website. You can either remove it here or just rename it on your website. So I'm just going to click on remove. It removes my installation folder, and I'm ready to go. Now, if I go back to the directory I created my Joomla in, it should show me a very plain sample Joomla website here. Right? It barely has any info on it, just home and basic login form. And this is just one of the basic Joomla templates that come bundled in with Joomla. And that's pretty much it. Now to make changes to the back end of Joomla, you're going to type in your website address where you install Joomla, and you're going to follow it with the words administrator. And it's through this back end that we're going to install the template. Now, I already downloaded the template. And if you're looking for a place that has good templates, just type it in Google. Free Joomla templates or whichever one you like. Okay, so this is the Joomla backend. Now to install your template, you go to Extensions, Template Manager. Actually, I'm sorry, Extensions, Extension Manager. And here is not only will you install your templates through, but your components and your plugins as well. And then you install your template. It says installation of the template was successful. It says installation of the template was successful. You go back to Template Manager. Now all these are pretty much templates that come bundled in with Joomla, with the exception of this one here that I just uploaded, blank Joomla template. Click on default, this little star here, and this makes it the default template. You go back to your page and the template is installed. Now this is just a blank template. It has modules, you just can't see them because they're unassigned yet. But to switch around from different templates, you could just play around with these here, like bees for example. This is the bees template. Let's try one more. Let's try actually this one just comes with two templates. Protostar, which is the one it came with. Okay, so that walks you through installing Joomla for the first time on a 1N1 hosting server and uploading a template. Okay, if you like the demo, please donate $1. Thank you and have a nice day.